Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I am the baddest, and we are continuing our journey of learning RPG Maker. So, yesterday, what did we do? Yesterday, hang on. Open. Yes. This is what we created yesterday. We learned how to do, like, text boxes, and how to, like, do a little conversation there. We had this guy walk around and also became a little bit of a shop. However, there is a different way to do that I'm going to be experimenting with today. Let's play the actual game. So yeah, this guy talks to you. He just asks you how you're doing, and there's different responses for the different options. I also set the music to be the FNAF 4 ambience, just to, like, experiment with the music and editing it. This guy gives you a hug, and then you already got a hug, which is practicing the switches and variables, something I still don't really understand that well, so that's something we're going to experiment with again today. This causes a screen shake. This gives you money, and you can go in here. And there's a fight in here as well. Alright. So yeah, I didn't edit that fight at all. I didn't change that fight to be anything besides the default. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we learned. That little black box over there is another fight. I won't bother touching it, because it's just going to be another fight. This guy over here, you can buy stuff from him. However, again, there's a different way of doing that I'm going to be experimenting with. But also, we have him move. He can move. So yeah, that's what we did last time. However, I didn't want to just do that. I don't know. Yesterday after stream, I just started dicking around and trying to practice the skills I had learned. So I started another practice game. Here we go. So, yeah, as you can see, I started a new little game here. And it this is the starting point. These are two events. One of them is just like a bunch of logs in the ground, and one of them's a person. A little cornfield here, just a tree here. My mouse is on the screen, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, and there's two events here, and an event here. So that way, this walking over here takes you to over here. And then there's this is a fight. This is to get inside this little building. And then over here is to get to here. What's map 4? Oh, that's map 4 is the inside of here. which just looks like shit. I just put random stuff here because I didn't really think about it, and I was more so trying to practice the mechanics than, you know, like graphic design. And then, yeah, over here is just a series of fights. This is how you get here. This is a fight. This is a fight. So I'll show you what I've done here so far. Oh, yes, and the music is my starting soon screen music. Done by amazing composer and part-time editor Miri. This person says, Hero, you must embark on a quest to rid the village of ghosts and ghouls. Fire's burnt out. I wanted to put something over here. We'll get to that later. So go over here. And then there's a fight. So as you can see, my default characters are way too tough for the fights that we're doing. But you know what? That's just how it's going to be for now. We go in here. In here is supposed to be a shop. I haven't done that yet either. So we're going to work with that. And then here is again just a series of fights. Because the premise that I went with for this little test game is that there's ghosts haunting the place. So I just put a bunch of ghost fights around. And that's all I have so far. It's very nothing. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I go back... Yeah, if I go back over it, the fight happens again. I need to make it so that doesn't happen. I need to get the shop going. And there's something I want to put right here that I need to learn how to do. So this is the build we're going to work with now. The other one wasn't really a game. It was just a bunch of mechanics thrown into a place so I could learn how they work. We are also going to watch tutorials. This is the basic switches and variables tutorial that I watched last time. I'm going to have to go over it again because I don't fully understand it because this tutorial, admittedly, is a little bit sloppy compared to the other ones. And then the next one is about bosses. But then after that, we're going to have to look up some other tutorials. We're going to have to learn some stuff on our own. Yeah. So, okay, so here's what I wanted to add here. I'll explain it right here. I wanted it to be... I'll do what I did. Text shows up that says, you found some loose gold by the tree. And then that would increase your gold by 10. And this works. It is that simple. As you can see in the bottom left, we have 0 gold. Once we come over here, you found some loose gold by the tree. We got 10 gold. Now the problem is, it does that every time you interact with it. So this is just an infinite money thing. So what I need to do is make it so once you have collected that gold, you can't again. I don't think it's this simple either, but it could be. Oh my god, it is that simple. Okay, there you go. I thought I would have to use a switcher variable. But no, it is that simple. Just erase event after completion. So there you go. Now you can collect some gold by that tree. Beautiful. Happy to have that. Now, let's check out this guy. I want you to be a shop. shop processing. Okay. Potion. 50. Perfume. A hundo. Can I change these prices? I'm sure I can. I don't know how, though. I guess I'll worry about that later. Okay, so... if I find this gold here... and then do my one fight over here... Okay, that gives me 32 gold, which isn't enough to buy anything. I hope you're here to do something about these ghosts. Maybe something in my shop can help. Okay. Why are the barrels so cut off like that? Oh, I just put these two close. Whatever. Again, it looks like shit, but I don't really care about that right now. We're not trying to make it look pretty. We're just trying to figure out how to make things function. So... no, don't do that. Database. Okay, this fight. I would like to change a little bit. If only I knew how to do that. In fact, I don't really need to change that fight. I need to change these other fights, which are the same, actually, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to save this for after I've watched some more tutorials, because I don't know how to do this. I could make this guy give you some money as well. And then... okay, so now we talk to this guy. Oh, he disappears. Okay, well, we don't want that. We don't want that. so this is probably where we'd need a switcher variable. I still don't know how these work, really. No, this is for control variables. Add one. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this. I gotta... Because if I leave it the way it is now, it's another infinite money glitch. Why is he gone? Why isn't he there now? I have no idea what I did wrong. I'll just put him in again. I think he was mage something. Yeah, he's this guy. Yeah, now he's an infinite money glitch. Okay. This tutorial is hella sloppy, but we're gonna give it a go.
XP, if you need previous tutorials, switch has to be turned on to work, right? I mean, for the most part anyways. And so that's basically how they work. They tell the system different things, like they can tell the system that you have a key, or they can tell them that this person needs to say something else, or... So let's go ahead and make somebody here. We're going to make a fighter 2, have him facing down. We'll make him say, or new event, show text. We're going to make him say, this is a tutorial. Okay? And so when we play test up here, when it loads, alright. In playtest, of course, when we walk up to him, it's going to say, this is a tutorial. Okay, well, that's pretty boring, right? I mean, you don't want someone to say one thing over and over. So what we're going to do is going to go to new event page. We're going to check switch under conditions and press the arrow next to 0001. And now you'll see this big list of switches, but there aren't any, they don't have names. So we're going to go ahead and name that first one Guy Talks. Apply, okay. So what this is, or here, actually we're going to put in some text. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. This is what we're going to make him say after he says this is a tutorial. Alright, what this is saying is conditions switch 0001 Guy Talks is on, then say text this is still a tutorial. So now what we have to do is, because that switch didn't turn on yet, we have to go back to the first page and under this is a tutorial insert an event go to control switches, which is right next to show text. Single 0001 guy talks operation is on. So it means control switches 001 guy talks equals on. And now on the second page, the condition for saying this is still a tutorial is switch 001 guy talks is on. So check this out. Play test. Go up to him. This is a tutorial. Run into a little speed bump here. Go ahead and close that. Forgot to mention on the second page, because the event is changing, we have to change the graphic too. Like, because he disappeared when it switched, so we need the graphic to stay the same. Now let's go ahead and apply that, and if you want, we can play test it. Okay. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. And now he's just going to repeat, this is still a tutorial. Now,
Okay.
is that condition for saying this is still a tutorial is switch 001 guy talks is on. So
Okay, so I am still not sure how to do this. Maybe I need to learn maybe I need to do the variables, because I don't know if switches will work. Okay, I did that wrong. No, that's not it. Okay, we're just gonna delete all this and watch further on.
okay. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. And now he's just going to repeat, this is still a tutorial. Now if you want him to repeat many of that, this is still a tutorial, guy talks equals on. And now on the second page, then say text. We're going to check, of course, when we walk up to him, it's going to say, this is a tutorial. Okay, well, that's pretty boring, right? I mean, you don't want someone to say one thing over and over. So what we're going to do is going to go to new event page. We're going to check switch under conditions and press the arrow next to 0001. And now you'll see this big list of switches, but there aren't any, they don't have names. So we're going to go ahead and name that first one Guy Talks. Apply, okay. So what this is, or here, actually, we're going to put in some text. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. This is what we're going to make him say after he says this is a tutorial. Alright, what this is saying is conditions switch 0001 Guy Talks is on. Then say text this is still a tutorial. So now what we have to do is, because that switch didn't turn on yet, we have to go back to the first page and under this is a tutorial insert an event, go to control switches, which is right next to show text, single 0001 Guy Talks operation is on. So this
I did it! Okay, great. Okay, good. That shouldn't have been that difficult, but it's okay, I figured it out. With the help of the tutorial, of course. Shout out to the tutorial. Okay. Now we should do something that involves variables, just so I
Now,
I
if you want to repeat
understand
anything,
it better.
Instead of just saying one thing, going to another, and repeating that, then on the second page, what we're going to do is insert an event, control switches, Guy Talks is off. And so what that'll do is playtest. It'll make him loop, basically. New game, talk to him. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. This is a tutorial. This is still a tutorial. And basically, that's how switches work. They're not too complicated unless you start getting into variables and branches and etc., which I will show you. Well, I guess I can show you variables right now. Let's see, time. What are we doing? Time. Okay, we should be good. Okay. Say, okay, here. We're gonna make a new event, and we're gonna make it a girl. Let's find a girl. Alright, that's a girl right there, the red hair. Okay. We're gonna make her text girl, or, yeah, okay, girl gives you a kiss. Okay. And now we're gonna go up here to new event page, make a new one. Check switch. Actually, we're not going to do switches. What we're going to do is variable. Check variable, click the arrow, and make this variable called kiss. Apply. And now on the second page, variable stays checked, and under variable 0001 kiss is change 0 to 1. So it says is 1 or above. And make the text, no, not text, insert an event, and down here, click conditional branch, and the variable, we're going to change it from switch to variable, and we're going to change it from 0001 kiss is equal to constant 1. Click OK. Now you see two different places you can insert text here, or insert any event. So if, let's see, if conditional branch variable 0001 kiss equals 1, then show text, you already got a kiss from me. And then, or else, which means if it's not equal to 1, then blah blah blah. Which actually, since that shouldn't really matter, the else, because since there's no way to talk to her without, having kiss equal 1, then so that's pretty pointless. But you can still use it. And I think that's it for the switch tutorial. Let's go ahead and play test this. Make sure I didn't screw anything up. Let's talk to her. Girl gives you a kiss. Okay, at that point, your variable just changed to 1. your kiss variable just changed to 1, because that's what we told it to. So we just told the system that we have a kiss, and now when we try and talk to her again, it says she gave you a kiss. We went wrong somewhere, or I went wrong somewhere. Right, we need to make a switch. On the second page, switch, click the arrow, and make the second one girl kiss, and apply, and make that switch the condition that you have to have it. And go back to the first page, insert, control switches, girl kiss is on, apply, okay, playtest. Now let's see if we got this working here. Girl gives you a kiss. Girl gives you a kiss. Stop giving me a kiss, you hooker. Alright. Alright, let me pause this right quick. Oh, okay, right. On the first page, we didn't change the variable to 1. So that, like, for it to play the second page, you have to have that kiss variable has to equal 1. Well, on the first page, we never told it to change our variable to 1. My mistake. So we're going to insert an event on the first page, and under control switches, it's control variables. And we're going to change kiss to add a constant of 1. Change the operation to add. Okay, apply. Now this should work. And if not, this girl's just a hooker, and we gotta forget about her. Gotta move on. Girl gives you a kiss. And she disappears. Okay, good, good. All we did is forget the graphic, in which we will change if I can find her. There she is. Alright, so this should be good. This should be it. This should be the end of the tutorial. I'm not sure. This girl's pretty... Oh no. Girl gives you a kiss. You already got a kiss from me. Look at that. We fixed it. Alright, and that's...
Okay.
Stop giving... Alright.
I'll use that same example, the fucking weird kiss example. No, I'll do hug again. Why not? We'll just do hug again. Sure, this person. You know, I actually just remembered. Cancel that. I actually just remembered I did download a character sprite thing that I liked. Let me see if I... So let's go to database, actors. We're going to change this guy to this. And now there's nothing that, there's no graphic for this that looks like it, but... Fuck it, let's make it a bird. Why not? Makes as much sense as what it was before. Now if we play the game... Oh, my image is not transparent. That's a problem. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't know if I can, though. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we're going to use the default one anyway. Oh, well. Okay, so. You will be... What did we decide on? We decided on the gunner. No, gunner. Okay, you are going to give me a hug. Text. Good luck out there. Gives you a hug. Okay, so... Fuck. Now... Control switches. Gives hug. Is on. Okay. Gives hug is on. Variable. Set to 1. So we need to insert control variables and have this so... Where is my hug? Is it because it's only on this? Or no, it's only a variable. Gives... Or we'll just call it hug. Hug. Insert variable. Hug. Add 1. Okay, so for page 2, conditional branch gives hug. Okay, I'm gonna need some help with that. Okay, so variable hug is equal to 1. You already got a hug from me. Bleh. Okay, so did I do all that right? Nice. Okay. That's not that complicated. I can get the hang of that. Okay, so now he only gives you 1 hug. He gives you 20 gold. And you can find some gold behind here. And I'm also a bird. This is perfect. Hi, I hope you're here to do something about these ghosts. Maybe something in my shop can help. And I can actually buy a potion. And then over here is just fights. Okay. Nice. So I've learned a little bit more about controls and variables. And it's only been... Oh, it's been 45 minutes. Okay, that's not great, actually. But you know what? That's okay. Slow and steady wins thine race. So what do I do now? I guess we can move on to the last tutorial, which teaches you about bosses, and actually do some kind of boss. Put some of this stuff here. That looks bad. Here. There we go. Okay, new map. Ruins. What does that look like? Not at all like I would expect. We're not doing that. Dark space. Sure, why the fuck not? Alright, interacting with this will activate a boss fight. Two zombies. I don't know how tough that is. Wait, I should have thought about that before. Does a racing event after fight immediately mean you can only do the fight once? Is that simple? Should be that simple, right? Let's try it out. Okay, it is that simple. Nice. Okay, so now that we know that, we're going to apply that to everything else. Hang on, is there a graphic for the zombies? There is for the undead. Because just because the event is ending doesn't mean this object will disappear. Yeah, let's go ahead and erase this. Oh, not all that. Yeah, we gotta figure out why is this square here? Is it just always like that? Am I stupid? No, why is there a square there? I don't know. Oh, because this is still here. Okay. So yeah, you need a graphic. Even if it's inaccurate, we'll just go with one of the undeads. We'll go with this fucking thing. Okay, what I would really like to do now, if I can figure it out... Why is this like this? Oh, did I do this on the wrong fucking... Okay, no, god damn it. One sec. I'm being stupid. Hey, Soda Fanes. You just missed me learning some basic mechanics and shit. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying is... What I'd really like to learn is how to make it so I can only Did I do it again? No, I did it right. Why does it go? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I can make it so I can only go somewhere if this character has been beaten. Wait, no, it's not at all what I wanted to do. No, 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 no. That's not at all what I wanted. Okay. New map. That is in Grassland. Okay, new event. Okay, I'm gonna have to learn some. I'm gonna have to really fucking lock in with this switches and variables bullshit. Okay, okay, I don't know how to do it. No, I don't know how to do what I want to do at all. I'm just gonna not worry about it right now. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I have a finished game now. And by that I mean you can do, like, a couple things. Fuck it, let's see how this works. Okay, so you can talk to this guy. You must go on a quest to rid this village of these ghouls, the ghosting ghouls. Take some gold with you to better equip yourself for the journey ahead. That gives you 20 gold. And that does not happen again. That is good. Fire's burnt out. Let's talk to this person. Good luck out there. Gives you a hug. Okay, and they can only hug you once. That is good. You found some gold behind the tree. That gives us 10 extra gold. And you can only do that once. Alright, and here is our first fight. Okay, and that gives us some gold, which we can use to buy a potion and nothing else. This shop is very useless in this game, but you know what? It taught me how to make a shop, so that's all that really matters. We got some trees over here. We got some dead trees here that lead us down to a cemetery kind of area where there's more fights. Okay, and then there's another fight right here, but this time there's 3 of them! Why are you fuckers missing so much? Alright, and that leads us not to the other place. God damn it, okay. I missed something. Something crucial. Okay. That's okay. Transfer player to here. Okay. Let's speed run get into that. Speed run. Alright, one more. Yay! Okay. What? Why no? Wait, why? Why though? Wait, why though? Why? Wait, what? Why? What? Why? Right here. That's what I did before, isn't it? Why? No work? Hang on, I should have it so these take you to the same place. Okay, I guess let's try it again. I don't know what went wrong, though. I gotta do those fucking fights again. What is going on? I've done this a million times, and all the other ones work. Okay. We gotta figure this out right now. New event. Insert. Transfer player. I'm so dumb. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. God, I'm so stupid. Oh my good god, I'm so stupid. How am I so stupid? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so goddamn dumb. Alright. Now we have a full playable game. Okay, you talk to us and give us money. The fire's burnt out. You give us a hug. Found some gold by the tree. Alright, and then we can go in here and we can buy a good old potion. Alright. Okay, and then this takes us to our final dude. Or two dudes, I guess I should say. And I have no idea how difficult these guys are to fight. Okay, we killed those zombie freaks. And then we make it to the end of the game, where everyone congratulates us. Okay, and that's the game. That is my made in like a couple hours with my basic RPG Maker knowledge game. That is what we have right now. Now is where we start learning more, because that's pretty much all I know how to do. There's nothing else I can really add or change except for just making it bigger and longer. So now we got to get back into education. Let's learn more about bosses. Go to database, then enemy tab. Why is this person not talking? They've been talking in all the other ones. Then add more what chemicalits. What he's meant to say whatchamacallits, but just what chemicalits space for your boss, or just clear one of the enemies there. This is not very helpful. You can name health. I disagree that this is 720p. Okay, so he's giving it more attacks, which I never did. So what did he just do? Let's see how the easy boss I made for a level 1 character with max stats, the best items against the ghosts. Hi Joel. Am I cooking? I mean, I'll show you what we've done so far, even though I just went through it now. I'll show you because I love you, Pathetic Ivy from YouTube. Alright, so here's what we have done. If you talk to this guy, he says, Hero, you must go on a quest to rid this village of ghosts and ghouls. Take some gold with you to better equip yourself for the journey ahead. And then he gives you 20 gold, as you can see in the bottom left. And he doesn't do it again, which is good, because an unfortunate error before was he would just give you infinite gold. But instead he says, I already gave you some gold. Fire's burnt out. If you look behind this tree, you find some loose gold. You find 10 gold. Good luck out there. gives you a hug. Also, yes, the music playing is the starting soon screen music by Miri. And then, yeah, we just make our way through this little cornfield here. Make our way downtown, walking fast, and we encounter our first fight. Don't ask why I'm a bird. It doesn't actually matter. And then, yeah, we just gotta get rid of these ghosts. Just gotta get rid of these fools. These ghoulsy fools. All of the battle stuff is still its default stuff, except for the bird. I just changed it to a bird because it's a long story. Yeah, so... yeah. And now that we've earned some money, we can go into here, where this guy has a shop. Hi, I hope you're here to do something about these ghosts. Maybe something in my shop can help. And he has the basic RPG Maker shop thing, and I can buy a potion. Then we make our way down here, where we're in a spooky area, where we encounter more ghosts. Yeah, and I stopped commentating. And then we proceed further down, and there's more ghosts. Yeah, and then we've cleared those ghosts, and we make our way down here, where there's... Fuck, I got an ad! That's fucking funny. That's funny. Yeah, and then we make our way from the ghosty ghouls here. Oh, no. I didn't end that event! Oops, don't mind me, I'm just gonna do this one more time. For no particular reason. Okay, swiftly moving on. We go down here where we encounter this ugly beast of a monster. And we gotta fight two zombie bros. And we beat the zombie bros, which means we're completely safe. These are all stock. No, I don't want you to think I did anything in the art direction yet. These are all stock. And then that's the end of the game. Everyone is out here to congratulate us. Thanks so much. We're safe at last. Amazing work. You made us all proud. You did a great job. Thank you for saving our small village. And then that's the end of the game. That's all I have. So, it's very little. It seems like nothing, because it is basically nothing. But what we learned how to do is... we learned switches and variables, so that way things don't repeat themselves. We learned how to do the little shop. We learned... that's about it. We learned very little. But we have a very basic starting point for a very basic game here. And the tutorial we were watching when you came in here, Joel, is how to do bosses. However, this tutorial kind of sucks, because all these other tutorials have voiceover. This one just puts text on the screen. Yeah, I'm not exactly learning much from this tutorial. Okay, how long is this fucking gonna go on for? Okay, there we go. The great things. Those are like wheat. It's etc., not etc. This video was in fact made in 2023. It feels so much older than that because this guy is Windows, I think, 7. So it feels older than that. And again, I know a lot of people love Windows 7 and stand by it forever. And Windows 10. I have Windows 11, which is basically the same as Windows 10. It just looks slightly different. I don't know why people make such a big deal about it. Far-right grades are like, I can't be poisoned or death spells can't kill me. If set to F, A makes it a lot easier for them to die or poisoned. Yeah, I'm very confused. This isn't very helpful. I'm going to look into some other tutorials. What I want to get started on is art. But chat, I have spent so much time researching how to make RPG Maker sprites, and I have found no good answers. I don't know what like the template is. I don't know what the dimensions are. I can't figure out how to make RPG Maker sprites, and I want to so bad. Hang on, let me get this Animal Crossing music back going on in the background. RPG Maker XP character creator.
Hey everyone else.
Let's check out this video.
It is the Unpro Pro here, and welcome to the RPG Maker XP tutorial. This tutorial will be showing you how to make a character. So that when you first open the database, which you can access by clicking here, you will see a list of characters. So what you want to do is click on Change Maximum and increase the number by 1. As you can see here, we have a blank space. So here's the character's name, and we are going to select the name as...
This is not what I'm looking for, is it?
Gilbert. Like how much experience he needs to level.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Appreciate it, the Unpro Pro. That's not what I'm looking for. I want to make characters so bad, but because I have some experience in pixel art, I just don't know how to do it. Speaking of RPG Maker, I'm not sure if it actually is RPG Maker, just the same style. I bought Amori because of the Steam Summer Sale, and I'm starting it tomorrow. That's fun. I still haven't finished Amori. It's so long, man. I'm bad with long games. Like, it's not that I dislike it by any means. It's just, it's long. It's long. Also, Amori is RPG Maker. It's probably one of the most successful RPG Maker games. If not the most. I don't know what the most... Let's look that up. Biggest RPG Maker games. To the Moon? I've never heard of it. Hylix, never heard of it. Amori, of course. Corpse Party, One Shot, Fear and Hunger. Alright, fair enough. List of the 20 best by Game Rant. Let's check this out. Ebe, of course. Ebe. Mad Father, banger. Grimm's Hollow. I think I've played a little bit of that. I should play more. Star Stealing Prince. Okay. Alter AILA Genesis. Space Funeral. Off. I haven't heard of these. Finding Paradise. Pokemon Uranium. I remember that. The Endless Empty. The Crooked Man. Skyborn. The Way. Corpse Party. Yume Nikki. Arafel. Lisa the Painful. Amori. One Shot. And To the Moon. I've never heard of To the Moon. Sorry, I got a dry throat. I'm just gonna look up. How should I make character sprites for RPG Maker XP? Let's look at this Reddit article. Custom sprites, how? Just the title states, how do I make custom sprites and input them? All the tutorials I have seen talk about your pre-made characters and putting them into the game. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I have no idea else for a look. You guys still have a paint program time. You could use MS Paint if you really want to, but Paint.net is a nice alternative. Explore a sprite sheet. Doesn't matter which one, from RPG Maker and the Resource Manager from RPG Maker. Just take a look at the sheet. You will notice that each sprite sheet has 8 different sprites. They all face the same direction. Your custom sprite should follow this formula. Now you can change the size of your sprites. However, you must have a... Oh god, this is so much. However, you must have the sheet follow that pattern of 12 images for each sprite, and 8 sprites per page. Also, RPG Maker follows the 32 by 32 pixel rule for each square, so making the sprites wider than 32 pixels will result in strange collisions. I have a video on sprite format? Give me videos. Cracked Rabbit Gaming from 2014. God damn it with your fucking ads. Most successful. No, it was just best. It wasn't most successful.
Hey, this is Tommy Gunn from Cracked Rabbit Gaming, and today I'm going to talk about how to use sprite characters in RPG Maker VX Ace. This is a really common question. People have all sorts of questions about how to format it, what size do the characters need to be, how do you tell RPG Maker what size your characters are, and things like that. So this isn't about tile sets, this is just about characters and event graphics. So first of all, let me show you where in the manual you can find it. So if you go to the guide in RPG Maker, you might think you should just...
I'm worried because he's using a different version of RPG Maker than I am.
Right away go and search for graphics or something like that. But there's a lot of different things in the manual that talk about graphics, and a lot of that is about scripting and things. So where you want to go is just in this first one, RPG Maker Reference Manual or Resource Standards. because graphics are a resource. So as you can see up here, graphics, tile sets, skins, things like that. So right here is what you want. You can use PNG or JPEG files, but you should just use PNGs all the time. Why not? You don't care about saving a little bit of file size for a game like this. Just go for the highest quality PNG. So this does explain how it works. So it is not really that clear, and it's a lot easier if you just see it. So a character can be of any size, and a total of 12 patterns, 4 directions, down, left, right, up, times 3 patterns are arranged in the designated order. In each file, arrange characters 2 down and 4 across for a total of 8. The size of this character is calculated based on 1/12 the width and 1/8 the height of this file. And then it goes on to talk about using these other special characters, exclamation point and the $sign, which I'll get to in a little bit. So, first of all, let's just look at what a character sheet looks like. So these are Mac characters. If you just go, these are the standard characters that come with the RTP in RPG Maker. So as you can see, these are 32 by 32 pixels each for each frame. And there's this really helpful little plugin for Photoshop that I highly recommend. It's called Guide. You can get it at guide.me. And it lets you set guides basically like a grid. But the reason this is better than a grid is because you can do whatever size you want, and it makes it really easy to do. So like for this one, this is just 32 pixel tiles, which I've already done. So, and I made these presets. You'll have to make presets yourself. So if I turn on the guidelines, you can see. So it automatically puts these guides in. The thing that's great about using guides is that you can save guides in a file in Photoshop, whereas the actual grid, if you go to your preferences and you go to the grid, you can set it in many different ways, but it's always going to be square, which guide you can set whatever dimensions you want.
We're barely into the video. This is a lot of information that I don't know if I can handle.
And also, it's universal across all your different files that you have open, so you'll have to change this every time. So if you have one file that's an icon set that's 24 pixels, and you have another one that's like a character sheet like this that's 32 pixels, you'll have to keep changing the guides or changing the grid if you're working on different files. And so then you can do subdivisions. Oops, yeah, you need one. So if I I'll turn off the guide and turn on the grid, and it might be really hard to see, especially because it's all gray. Let me put subdivisions back on. I'll do 2. So then now you've got these dotted lines in there. Anyway, you can change the color, but it's kind of hard to see, and
I feel like I should save this for later. I'll bookmark this. I'll put it in my my watch later, but I feel like we're jumping the gun a little bit here. I'll just open MS Paint and figure out. Yeah, I mean, I use pixel art. This fucking website. I don't know why. I don't have a big, I'm not like faithful to this website. This is just what I always used for pixel art. Again, though, maybe I should save that for later when I actually know how to make a game. You know, like I should probably still focus on learning how to use the engine. Okay, what I would like, well, actually, no, what I would like to learn right now is how to change title screen. Advertisements.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to change the title screen on
Webcammax.com.
RPG
Let's go.
Pretty simple. Right now, if I press play, it'll automatically default to this screen right here. Wait for it to load. It'll RPG Maker SP and it'll just be this weird tree type thing, right? Well, if you want to change it, it's quite simple. Up here on the toolbar, there'll be database, and to the right of that, there'll be something called materials. Click that. Now, this screen will come up called material base. There'll be a bunch of different things, auto tiles, battlers, characters, frogs, whatever. But you need to click the one down here that says graphics titles. Right now it'll only have the one title, this one. That's your default. But if you want to make it some picture from the internet, you click this button here that says import. After that, you go to wherever your pictures are saved. And I want to use this dragon right here. You double click it and it should appear with like a red thing next to it right here. After that, you just click close. Now here's the harder part right here. You click the database. You should know where that is if you're trying to change this thing. It's up here by all the others. You click that and the screen with tabs come up. On the far side, it'll say system. There'll be all these different things you can change, which I'll get to later. But right now, just focus on the second one right here, title graphic. You click the arrow that points right, and it should come up with this, and it'll show your default one right here. If you want to change it, you just click this one right here. This is Big Dragon by Aramidia or whatever, and this is my big picture I drew. It's pretty cool, I'm a good drawer. But you click this, and then you press OK. Whatever your picture is, you press OK. And it will just put it in here. Then you click this right down here, it says Apply, and then you click OK. Now, if you press the big green play button up here, playtest, when you start, it'll come up with your picture. Mine's kind of big, so it kind of just comes white in the dragon. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna wonder is what's the preferred size. So that's actually pretty simple. All right, let's pull up Canva, everyone's favorite way of creating and editing graphics. Yeah, what dimensions? I guess I can look it up. Hopefully it'll happen. What dimensions should I use for RPG Maker main menu? That's a bad way of looking that up. Best screen resolution. The game's resolution just have to be 16 by 9, but no, it's not 16 by 9. I personally use this at 16 by 9 for desktop. Sorry, I'm not showing what I'm looking at. I probably should. Looking at this forum. Best screen resolution. Okay, apparently I just use what I use for pretty much everything, but it just seems odd. Okay. Alright, let's open up Canva. These are my, Okay, so these are my most recently used things. I'm really worried I have something inappropriate in here. Hopefully I don't. Hell yeah, the fucking restaurant location look from Day Shift at Freddy's. Let's fucking rock that out. And then my Sona made by... Oh yeah, the eyes are hollowed out because I couldn't fix that. Put a white background behind these eyes so that way they look like eyes. Okay, so my Sona there. And, subscribe to Pathetic Ivy. Alright, this is gonna be our title screen. Will it fit? Who knows? Oh my god, I never even noticed the fucking poorly edited Freddy heads. I never even noticed that was there. Alright, so that's gonna be our main menu. Let's see how this looks. It won't look good because it's not 16 by 9. I don't know why everyone's saying it's 16 by 9, because it's not 16 by 9. But, okay, so... I've already forgotten. Materials, again, I don't want to show anything bad on stream. Titles, import this. Database, system, change it to this. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, see, that didn't work at all. That's not the right dimensions. I don't know. This would be fine. Yeah, it has to be completely different dimensions. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, this is fine. Let's change it to 1024 by 768. And I think that'll work. Alright, so... Alright, so that'll be our main menu. That should be perfect. And now when we play our game... Why is it so fucking zoomed in still? Okay, clearly I don't know how to do that. But you know what? That's okay. I just did this in the sloppiest way possible. Let's see if this fucking works. Let's see what this looks like. You know what? Not terrible. Okay, so I know how to change the main menu. I just don't really understand the sizing or how it's measured. So, we can still count that as learning something. Alright, it's time to actually start learning how to... Okay. What should I do? Should I try to make something with what I learned or what I know now? Or should I just keep trying to learn more stuff? I should probably keep trying to learn more stuff. Maybe I should go back to that tutorial we were watching, because if I can just learn how to change some art... If I can just learn how to do some of my own art, then that immediately changes the game. Because, like, sure, I don't know how to make a game yet, but if I make the game have, like, my own characters and stuff, that's, like, a big step of making an original game. Because, I mean, it's RPG Maker. It's gonna have a lot of, like, basic samey stuff as other games. I don't know. I'm just saying words. I'm just saying words, trying to figure out what to do. I'm just gonna look up RPG Maker XP tutorial, and I'll let you know what I find.
Will I ever be good?
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? New project. Conversation. I am going to try to do a thorough-ass conversation in RPG Maker. We are going to talk... There was one that I liked. I think it was... Yeah, Gunner 2. I like the look of Gunner 2. I like pink hair, as you know. We are going to talk to this person. Hello. What can I do for you? And this is where we have options. Who is your favorite YouTuber? What do you mean I can't go longer than that? Okay. Tell me your favorite YouTuber. God damn it. Favorite YouTuber? Question mark. Favorite video game? Favorite Eminem lyric? Why are you gay? Okay, so those are our questions. The favorite YouTuber, of course, she is going to say, Pathetic Ivy does the best streams on YouTube, so I would have to say them. They really made me fall in love with Death Note and what's that one game? Fuck, what's the really bad game? I should know this. As a Pathetic Ivy fan, I should know this. What's the game? What's the game? Death Motel. And Death Motel? Who's your favorite YouTuber? And we'll come back to that. Favorite video game? Obviously, her favorite video game is... It's between Rainbow Friends and Garden of Ban 2. I think she'd like 2 specifically. Rainbow Friends is replayable and cute, but Ban has that lore, you know? What am I doing with my life? I should kill myself. Alright, and then she's gonna ask, what's your favorite video game? Oh man, what am I doing with my fucking life? Okay, so what's her favorite Eminem lyric? Oh, there's just so many good ones. There's just too many bad bars. I would have to go with her booty is heavy duty like diarrhea. Pretty fire. And we're not going to continue that one, because I can't be fucking bothered. Why are you gay? Women. Why aren't you? Okay, so... This is such a stupid shit. I'm supposed to be learning things. I'm supposed to be learning how to actually make a game one day. I mean, this is helping a little bit. Hear me out. This is actually helping a little bit. Because when I do make an actual game one day, it's definitely going to be dialogue heavy. And, I'm learning how to, like, structure dialogue right now. I was in my mom's car the other day, and I kid you not, this 40-year-old lady was listening to The Real Slim Shady. See, that's not as weird as you think. Because you have to remember, when The Real Slim Shady came out, that means she would have been... If she's exactly 40, she would have been, I guess, 15. So, that's not that weird. I think my mom introduced me to Eminem. Okay, so who's your favorite YouTuber? And we're gonna add some options. Okay, now let me just look up most controversial YouTubers. Category YouTube controversies on Wikipedia. This is so small. Wait, what do you mean this is the YouTube... What do you mean this is the Wikipedia page for YouTube controversies and it's this fucking small? What are you talking about? Censorship by YouTube. Okay, so it's controversies that YouTube themselves did. That's such a lame ass article. Fuck that. Anyway, my favorite YouTubers are... Okay, we'll go with EDP445. We'll go with Mr. Beast, but only the new stuff. No, that's too long. EDP445 is the only funny one I can think of. Old school Logan Paul. Wilbur Soot, yeah, we're sure we can do Wilbur Soot. And, fuck it, we'll just do Dr. Disrespect. He's been on my mind. We'll just do the right. Of course, how did I not think of that? The baddest. Right. How did I not think of the baddest when thinking of the most controversial YouTubers? Okay. This is so dumb. Okay, we'll get to... Why is this been on your mind lately? No, not lately. I just meant he was on my mind when I was trying to think of controversial figures. Ah, I see. Why him to EDP445? I gotta be really careful here now, hang on. I have the characters because I was trying to think of bad people. I was trying to think of bad people. But now I can't think of anything that's actually funny. Eagles. That's the team he likes, I'm pretty sure. The Eagles. Don't worry about it. Those are our options there. Ew. Why Why Logan Paul? Be a maverick, baby. Can I say I think there's someone hanging right there? No, it's way too long. I don't know why I said that. Honestly, that was a severe continuous lapse in my judgment. Hell yeah. That's just too long, though. It's every day, bro. That's especially funny because it's the wrong brother. I'm assuming if I leave these blank, that means the conversation will end. Wilbur sit. Wasn't he in a... Thank you, S5, for the $5. Thank you so much. Give yourself some cookies. You deserve it for working on something like this. I don't know if I deserve them right now. I'll be so real. But thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Alright, Wilbur, wasn't he an abuser? And show choices. I'll say... yeah, but like... W. Or... can't prove nothing. This is so bad. What am I doing with my life? Why am I here? I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a lot of options. Alright, when the baddest. Oh man. There's just too many good options, isn't there? Look, I just like Ban. Alright. Okay, so we're done with the YouTuber section. Alright, so what's your favorite video game? My favorite video game is... okay, number one's gonna be Dark Deception. Hang on, let's just look at the worst games on the indie horror games tier list. Sonic.exe. Fucking Moozy. Love Moozy. I'll put an actual good one. We'll put Shipwreck 64. Okay, so those are our favorite video games. And she's going to respond to each of them. Dark Deception is so mid, though. Oh, story is about an abusive sexual assaulter, quote-unquote, trying to redeem himself, as if he's in any position to do so. Why is the NPC talking like me and I'm just talking like a random person? Sonic.exe. What does you have to say about Sonic.exe? I sure do love walking forward. Moozy. I love Moozy. You know what? That's it. That's all we need. And Shipwreck 64. More like mid-wrecked. Alright, and then for the gay. Why aren't you gay? I'm a man of God. I can't think of anything else. I'm a man of God. Did you people see that they are finally showing off Chapter 5? Yes, Chapter 5 teaser is coming out, I believe, next month, I think it said. Something like that. I don't know. It's coming out eventually. Or is it this month? It might be this month. I can't think of another reason to not be gay. I just don't swing that way. And then option 3, maybe I am. God can eat my ass. Has anyone here been around long enough for when I was given a lot of brownie points on Twitter for absolutely dunking on a Christian? There was this Christian guy being very homophobic towards me, because, you know, he was so religious. And I said publicly something along the lines of, I bet God would fuck me. And people really liked that tweet. I just don't swing that way. Fair enough. Maybe I am. Prove it. Alright. We now have conversations to be had with this character. Hello. What can I do for you? Who's your favorite YouTuber? Pathetic Ivy does the best streams on YouTube, so I would have to say them. They really made me fall in love with Death Note and Death Motel. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Mine's the baddest. Oh, I didn't ask why for the baddest. Hang on, we gotta fix that. You Paul be a matter of being it's every day, bro. So the baddest. Alright. Okay, so hello, what can I do for you? Who's your favorite YouTuber? Pathetic Ivy is, of course, the GOAT. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I'm gonna go with the baddest. Why the baddest? Look, I just like Ban Ban. Hello, what can I do for you? What's your favorite video game? It's between Rainbow Friends and Garden of Ban Ban 2. Rainbow Friends is replayable and cute, but Ban Ban has that lore, you know? What's your favorite video game? Dark Deception. Dark Deception is so mid, though. The whole story is about an abusive sexual assaulter trying to redeem himself as if he's in any position to do so. This is great. This is a great conversation simulator I've created. Favorite Eminem lyric? I would have to go with her booty is heavy duty like diarrhea. It's pretty fire. Why are you gay? Women. Why aren't you? I'm a man of God. God can eat my ass. Alright, what other options we do for YouTuber? Old school Logan Paul. Ew, why Logan Paul? It's everyday, bro. Wilbur. Wasn't he an abuser? Yeah, but like W. Sonic.exe. I sure do love walking forward. Moozy. I love Moozy. More like mid-wrecked. Alright. I didn't mean to pick this again. Why are you gay? Okay, I think we picked everything, actually. Or no, I didn't pick maybe I am. Prove it. Alright, fuck it. There we go. We've had plenty of conversation. Oh, man. Alright. I gotta figure out something else to do. Let me close this up. Let's open back up our actual little game that we made. Calling it a game is a bit generous, but we're gonna call it a game. This fucking thing that we created. Okay, so troops and these ghosts are enemies. Okay. We gotta make these guys tougher. I think. Let's make their max HP 1,000. I didn't think that would close everything. Okay. Illusion, maybe? I don't really know what that means, but... And then what was our other one? It was zombie? Yeah, this fucking guy. Let's increase them all the way up to 3,000. Master Light doesn't seem to do much, so we're gonna change it to... Beast Slayer, maybe? I don't know. I'm not looking into what these skills actually do, so this isn't very smart of me. And also, hang on. How can I change the background of these? Because I did that before. Here it is. Grassland for you. Nah, but more takes place in the forest and the grassland, so we'll keep it a forest. And then Zombie 2. Change it to a 4, maybe. Alright, this game is called Subscribe to Pathetic Ivy. Alright, let's see how much harder this is. Not much. Not much. Okay, the fights do last longer, though. So that's something, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, this is actually bad. Like the baddest. Damn. Oh no. Well, I've lost. Alright, so that was a bit too tough. Alright, so that was a bit too tough. That's cool though. That's cool though. We'll just change it. 11,000. And that should be fine. Alright. Let's play this one more time, and then I think we're going to end it there. I've never actually used this item before. I guess I might as fucking well. We're just playing through the little game that I made one more time, and then we're gonna end things off. Bye, Joel. Alright, let's see if we can beat this now. Okay. Well, this isn't a very good start. Okay, so these guys are too strong right now. Alright. That's fine. We'll still worry about that another day. By another day, I mean probably tomorrow. Alright. Well, that's going to be all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know these streams kind of get less viewership, so I do appreciate those of you that are here. And I do plan on continuing this. Don't worry, we'll still get back to playing some indie horror games, some mascot horror games, and some, I don't know, maybe Tomodachi Life or something. We'll still have regular streams, but I don't know. I really want this to be like an actual hobby of mine, learning RPG Maker, and hopefully eventually actually making some kind of game with it. So thank you guys so much for tuning into these streams, and I'll be doing more of these. Yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. I hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and bye-bye.